Good evening, wonderful people. Welcome to the Vibing with Lady V podcast. I'm your host, Valencia. If this is the first time you're joining us, thank you for joining us this evening. And for those of you that are repeat viewers, welcome back. My endeavors are to bring to you intriguing stories from around the world and quality lessons of love that you can use either now or in the very near future. So, from my heart to yours, let's go. This is part two of the celebrations of the new political party in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, led by the Honorable Godwin Friday, Prime Minister of St. Vincent. On December 2nd, 2025, at the swearing in ceremonies for cabinet ministers, the Prime Minister called to service the following people, and we are excited about the list. I'd like to share to you this evening the following list of cabinet ministers 2025 for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, led by Dr. Honorable Godwin Friday, Prime Minister, Minister of Finance, Legal Affairs and Justice, Economic Planning, and Private Sector Development. Followed by Honorable Major Sinclair Leacock, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of National Securities and Immigration. Sarah Louise Mitchell, Attorney General. Honorable Danielle Cummings, Minister of Health and Wellness and Energy. Honorable Terence Olivier, Minister of Higher Education, Grenadines Affairs, Local Government, Airport, and Seaports. Honorable Nigel Stevenson, Minister of Transport, Infrastructure, and Physical Planning. Honorable Fitzgerald Bramble, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade, Foreign Investment, and Diaspora Affairs. The Honorable Israel Bruce, Minister of Agriculture, Forestry, and Rural Transformation. What an exciting list so far, Phil.
Absolutely. And one comment to this familiar name is Louise Mitchell, the Attorney General, right? So her portfolio, I'm sure she'll be doing a lot of good and exciting things as far as curbing crime and bringing SVG back online in terms of criminal activity, legislation, prosecuting, and hopefully we can see some advancement there in that area because incidentally her father, former Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Mr. James Mitchell, that's Louise's father, and they have a legacy in the political arena. So we're expecting great things from her as well. So in our portfolio.
Absolutely. I recognized that last name.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So continuing along the list, we have actually Honorable Andrew John, Minister of Housing, Urban Development, Land Management, and Informal Settlement Upgrading. Then we have Philip Jackson, Minister of Education, Vocational Training, Innovation, and Digital Transformation. And Laverne Gibson Velox, Minister of Family, Gender Affairs, Persons with Disabilities, Occupational Safety, and Labor. And then we have the Honorable Shavern John, Minister of Social Welfare, Community Empowerment, Disaster Management, and National Heritage. And I believe you commented on how she was so impeccably dressed and well represented.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I absolutely love what she was wearing at the swearing in ceremonies. She wore a lovely green shirt with a lovely green suit with a yellow shirt inside, and it was very appropriate.
Yeah.
Definitely representing the colors for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and she looked really smart. I'm also proud to see that they had currently on their list 5 women represented for the ministers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So that's actually very exciting to see.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And for me, I'd like to continue on with Honorable Kashaka Cupid, Minister of Youth, Sports, Culture, and Creative Industries. Honorable Conroy Huggins, Minister of Fisheries, Marine Conservation, and Climate Resilience. And of course, we have Honorable Kishore Shallow. Phil, do you have the update on him?
Minister of Tourism is this Kishore Shallow, and he won his riding by a landslide. And everybody's looking forward to Dr. Shallow's executing his portfolio and doing great things to the Ministry of Tourism. So we're looking forward to some great things there. We continue with Chieftain Neptune.
Mm-hmm.
He's Senator and Minister of State in office of the Prime Minister.
Very exciting.
Yep. Then we have the Honorable Laverne King. Did an awesome job in the campaign with all the presentation and the communication for the party. I was very impressed with Laverne King, and now she's Senator and Minister of State in the Ministry of Education, Vocational Training, Innovation, and Digital Transformation. It was really awesome. So these are some of the great, new, exciting, challenging. I'm just so excited about it for the transformation, for the change, to be able to experience it under this with new technology and be with social media interaction. People were able to. So that I think that's absolutely awesome, and I think Laverne King would actually, take us to the next step in the digital age, in transforming a lot of our outdated records and getting everything up to speed that becomes searchable. And I want to see the Constitution of St. Vincent and the Grenadines that I can, as a searchable document online, without it having areas that's not legible. Last time I tried to go on and look at it, it wasn't properly printed, it wasn't properly presented. I would like to see that document in absolute impeccable shape that it could be searchable by anyone online. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And there hasn't been much mention also regarding, respectfully, First Lady Ave Friday. Everyone looked great at the swearing-in ceremonies, and she looked great as well. We can tell that she's probably a little shy, and this is only our own opinion. She tends to look down a little bit at the swearing-in ceremonies. How do you think that she's going to do being in the public limelight, considering that her husband is now the Dr. Honorable Godwin Friday, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
Yeah, absolutely. I think charged with the responsibility, right, that comes with the Prime Minister's office, I think she would fill the role very well. I mean, there is, because they're very, normally very conservative people. They're not always, out in the public eye so much. So I think that's going to be an area that I'm sure they're already going to be working on, because obviously, the perception of the public, I mean, one way or the other, right? So I think there's always work to be done. I'm confident that she can make the transition. Bring the principal of Lobe School, so she's an educator. So, we're expecting really great things for her, and I think she will fill that role very nicely, as Dr. Friday did in the last 24 months. There's a major transformation from the person I know he was to the person he is now. It's significant, and it came across very well, and I think that's what the people connected to. Because, I mean, speaking to some former politicians here in Montreal, we actually run into this gentleman who owned a store, Everything Vinci, and he had mentioned to me that Friday could never be Prime Minister because he was too much of a nice guy. He wasn't bad enough.
Right.
But we see the transformation. So he rose to the challenge, and I think we're very excited to see the Honorable Dr. Godwin Friday lead our country into the future. I think things again is very expensive. I mean, it's a learning curve, and I'm sure everybody has got their task ahead of them, and we're all expecting really great things from this cabinet.
I really like the fact that he's putting a focus on serving the entire nation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, not just one particular party, but in his speech he referred to the advancement of the Vincentian nation as a whole and making it more competitive, making it more attractive, making it easier for Vincentians to actually live and profit.
Education.
Putting a focus on education and bringing back those that have gone, let's say, overseas, and bringing them back to actually work in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, to hopefully make it more prosperous. He also spoke about, of course, making the infrastructure and education and pricing and affordability a lot easier for Vincentian. I really feel that he is going to be the prime minister for the nation, voted in by the people for all of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yep, absolutely. And right now, the labor issue, with the cost of living the way it is, I mean, he's already taken measures to implement tax relief by having a VAT-free day. I think that's a very good gesture and a very good first step. But I know as a Vincentian nation, we all need to work together into the future, because we should be really asking, like John F. Kennedy would say, ask not what our nation can do for us, but what we can do for our nation, because everybody has something to contribute. And I truly and honestly believe if we come on that wavelength that we can all communicate with our various representatives to get our issues across, and they have a listening ear, they can resolve a lot of the local issues that we have, and they can strengthen local, they can have local resolve to, address local issues and be able to grow the country from the grassroots up. I strongly believe we're capable of solving our own problems. I never advocated, for foreign, shall we say, somebody from the outside coming in and tell us how to do things. We can come up with a solution. We're all very good students. We know how to do our homework. We know how to do our research, come up with a solution, put a team together. We just have to be on the same mind so that you don't have partisanship separating the growth of our country, right? Whether you on the yellow team, whether you're on the red team, it doesn't matter. We're all Vincentians working together, because that's what we're going to need to do. We're going to need to harness our strength as a nation to move ourselves forward. Can't expect somebody to come in to do it for us. So we have to take that initiative. So we're definitely expecting great things from this cabinet.
And congratulations again to all members of this cabinet, and to also Dr. Honorable Godwin Friday, Prime Minister of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and to all the people, all Vincentians that are living on the island and abroad. I think we're all celebrating in unity for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The cabinet ministers definitely look like they're up for the task. Everyone looked really good at the swearing-in ceremonies. And for sure, I'm sure they're preparing themselves mentally for this uphill battle to make St. Vincent great again.
Again, absolutely.
Thank you for joining us. This is Vibing with Lady V, and joining me this evening is Mr. Fillmore Denny. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Peace out.